We're a bit late. Hello everyone. It's time for a bit of Friday training. Welcome along to Zwift Run. Welcome to the Zwift Run Facebook page. Welcome to the Zwift Community Live YouTube page. We are live today, Friday evening, a bit of Friday treadmill training time. We're going to do a fairly middle session, so not really hard but not too easy, kind of a middling session. We're going to do 800 meters 4 times. 800 meters 4 times. Let's get onto the main screen. Just have to press a few buttons here. Okay, so if we look at the main Zwift screen, you'll see if I press the letter E, we come to the workout screen. Hold on a minute, let me just get you up there so you can see it properly. There you go. Right, you've got it now. Okay. That's the main workout screen. You press E on your keyboard to get there. Unless you choose workouts when you very first log in. I've already been for a little bit of a training warm-up run. Look, I've done 2 kilometers so far. But that was a little while ago now, so I've cooled off again. So press E on the keyboard. Right. I've already highlighted the workout I want to do. What we're going to do over the next few weeks, we're going to go through all of these workouts one by one, just to show you what they're like, to show you what kind of sessions they are, and to hopefully encourage you to get involved in doing the workout on Zwift. Join me on Facebook chat. I am watching Facebook chat. And we've already got Tim Gross saying training in inverted commas. All right, running of some description tonight. So, just to let you know, as Tim's just reminded me, the workout that you are going to see now is also available if you want to follow it on your companion app. Do you remember it used to be called Zwift Mobile Link? It's now called the Zwift Companion app. If you want to do a workout, you can do it on your screen, so you can follow, you can have all the information on the Zwift main page, on the main screen, but you can also have it on your app, so it's easy to view. Big improvement on the Zwift community app now. So 800 meters times 4. Press workout and away we go. My avatar is just warming up there. I'm going to press start on the treadmill. We've got a 1600 meter warm up, so a 1 mile warm up. And now we're very slowly getting moving. Set the treadmill to 9.9, so that's virtually 10, isn't it? We'll set the treadmill to 10 kilometers an hour. And off we go. Now it looks like, blimey, it looks like my 4 800 meters are all going to be at about 15 kilometers per hour. That's quite fast. I'm scared already, and I'm glad there are only 4. Ah, Tim says I've misspelled training. Oops. Not to worry. You can't see it now. So every Friday night, around about 7:30, we had a little technical glitch tonight, but around about 7:30, we're going to do a workout session to show you the workouts that are available on Zwift. There will be more added as time goes by. We've got a small selection, but they're all very useful. And they're all mostly kinds of interval. Intervals are a really excellent way to improve your speed and your endurance over distance. It's important when you do exercise, and you'll know this if you do HIIT training, high intensity training, high intensity interval training, you'll know this. It's important to get your heart rate high, almost to its max, and then drop it down again, and then back up to high again, and then drop it down again. That will give you more gains in the long term than just doing an overall fast run. And I need to keep an eye on what the warm-up is telling me to do. So it's telling me to go at 10.5 kilometers an hour now. So we need to speed up a bit. Stan is just telling us that he's noticed on the companion app, say for example you're feeling a little bit fatigued, you want to do a workout but you don't want to go at 100%, you can alter the strength of the workout. Sounds like a good idea, although it's also open to abuse, I guess. How many times have you gone out, say on a club night, and you felt like you don't really want to push it, and if you'd been on your own you would have laid off a bit, but because you're with others in the club and you're doing a pre-organised session, you have to go for it, and then when you finish the session you are really pleased with the fact that you went for it. Happens quite often, and that's one of the reasons I joined a club, because it pushes you beyond your limits and you do things that you wouldn't normally do if you were on your own. You push yourself that little bit harder, whether it's competition or whether it's just not wanting to let your coach down, whatever it might be. So I think you get greater gains running with a club than if you run on your own. That's not necessarily true, but there are some very dedicated people who can manage themselves very well and get themselves out at 5 o'clock in the morning and do a really hard session. But I would imagine the majority of us sometimes fall prey to the warm, cosy bed and we miss a session because we can't be bothered to get out of bed, or when we are running we don't run quite as hard as maybe we could or should, just because we got no one to kick us up the jacks, as it were, and get us running harder. If you ever join us for Wednesday workouts, they're not as organised an event in terms of we don't follow an on-screen display. What we have are leaders, group leaders, that call out the changes in pace and incline or whatever it might be, and it's a different kind of session, but it's good. But we are all hoping that at some point in the future we'll be able to do group workout events like they have in cycling, where we all have the on-screen display and we can all follow the changes in pace without having to have a leader to type it up. It's always good, I think, to have somebody who's leading the run or leading the event, but at the same time it's handy to have the information on screen. So we're not too far away from the first 800 metre split. Already panicking about it, worried about trying to keep up 15 kilometres an hour for 800 metres 4 times. Let's see what happens. Okay, 400 metres to go. Up the pace again a bit more. Just passing Beckerman there from Canada. So you can see on the left hand side there, it says 4 times 800 speed work. We're finishing in 5.44 kilometers. And we're in the middle of this warm up. Well, we're approaching the end of the warm up of 1600 meters. Should be good. Look at that beautiful manta ray on the right hand side there, just passing there. Wow. And we had the whale on the left hand side as well a second ago. Okay, so 80 meters and we'll knock it up and we'll see if we can do 800 meters at 15 kilometers an hour. There is the blue arch. That tells us we're going to start. Here we go. So 800 meters at this pace. You forgive me if I don't talk too much. I'm feeling this is going to hurt. I suppose it's supposed to, isn't it? Just got to try and relax as much as possible. You'll see my heart rate start to rise. 162 at the moment. Halfway through. I can see the finish banner. 250 meters. Heart rate 167. Thanks for the ride on, Chris Enrique. Okay, here we go. Okay. So Tim is saying, does my new treadmill feel more realistic? I think it does, Tim, yeah. Generally, it feels less bouncy, more like I'm running on a road surface, and I feel like the pace is, even though it's still hard, kind of part of me was wishing that it was going to feel easier, but it kind of still feels almost as hard, but more like I'm running outside, if that makes any sense at all. Excuse me, spitting. So 400 meters rest now. If that pace frightens you, and it frightens me, I tell you, if that pace frightens you, don't be alarmed, because if you do a workout, it is going to be tailored to your pace. So Zwift measures your running pace. You can either manually put it in, or in the runs that you do, Zwift will time you and measure your pace for certain distances. And there is a in settings, you'll be able to see, or in your profile, you can go to paces and you can see what paces are set for you. And you can manually alter them if you want to. So don't be afraid that you're going to come on and try and do a workout and it's going to give you a pace that is completely unattainable for you, or even too slow for you. It is tailored to what Zwift knows you've done in the past. Right, so here we go with the second one. Just think, when I finish the second one, we'll be halfway through. How about that? That's a good feeling. Patrick says hi. Hi, Patrick. And yeah, Tim, it's a Horizon T4000, my treadmill, but it's not the Elite, it's the Premier or something like that. Right, here we go again. 15 kilometers an hour. For 800 meters. Head up, shoulders down, give your lungs room to breathe. Don't hunch yourself up, don't tense, just try and stay relaxed. It will hurt less if you're relaxed. If you're moving your arms, your whole body forwards. That may sound stupid, but people have some funny running styles, you know. Me included, to be honest. I am a terrible one for hunching my shoulders up. I get terrible neck pain, and I always have to remind myself about my form. So, 600 meters to go in this interval. 1.5 times around a running track. Heart rate creeping up again, 168 now. This is Watopia, our favourite part of Zwift. There's a mountain on the left and the observatory on the right. You can go all the way to the top of that mountain. Great views from up there. 300 metres to go. Heart rate 170. Just relax. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. 400 meters rest. Just keep jogging. Get the lactic acid out of your legs for the next session. If you stop, the lactic acid takes longer to get out of your bloodstream. Keep running and it'll get rid of it quicker, and then you're ready to go again. And that will increase your lactate threshold, which in the long term is great for endurance, great for speed. So in a 10k run or a half marathon, normally you feel yourself slowing down at 15k or 7k, 3k before the end or whatever. More interval training will mean that when you get to that point in a race, you're less likely to feel that fatigue. You're more likely, provided you've fueled well, you're more likely to be able to hold that pace that little bit longer and get to the end, maintaining an even pace throughout the race. Many of you will be in the middle of marathon training now. Spring marathons in April, May. This is what you want to be working on, as well as your long runs on a Sunday or whatever, whenever you do them. Speed training is vital. Okay. Jinxie says hi. Jinxie's asking what nutrition I took for my marathon. Do you mean the marathon I did on Sunday, the Pia marathon? I deliberately tried to take as little as possible, just to keep my body fat burning as much as possible. So I had 2 glasses of Coke and a Jaffa cake at around 22 miles. So I didn't have anything at all, no water, no nothing, up until about 22 miles. It's on the video where I actually take it, I'm not entirely sure. Right, let's go again. You'll see where I take it if you watch the video. It's like lap 7 or 8 or something. And then again at lap 10 or 9. Okay, number 3. Just 1 to go after this. So watch the heart rate increase to around 170. Watch the steps per minute increase to around 188 as I tire and my steps get shorter. "600 meters to go." Try and keep the stride length going, so a bit longer than I'm doing now. It's hard though. The natural instinct is to want to make them shorter like this. 188, see? Head up, shoulders down. Breathe. Seems to be going too fast. It's interesting how I'm setting the treadmill the same every time, but I seem to be going fast. 150 meters left. There's the finish. Just relax. Okay, one to go. No, Jinxie, nothing at all. I wouldn't advise that though, on a marathon where you're trying for a PB. I wasn't going for a PB, and I was filming, so I could afford to take a risk. Because it didn't matter what time. It didn't matter what time I finished that marathon in. My main goal was to make the film. It just so happened that I was okay. But if you look at my Strava stats, I did die a complete death, really, in terms of pace from 20 miles. And that's probably down to fueling. But what I'm hoping is that doing that has given my body a little extra teaching in burning fat as my main source of fuel. So the more you do it, the more you run on empty, the more your body has to learn to utilize fat more efficiently as a fuel. And if I'm running a marathon, I'm not running at zone 4 and zone 5, so I'm not burning as much glycogen, so I can afford to keep myself just about topped up with glycogen, i.e. fast GI foods like Coke or gels or Jaffa cake, whatever it is that you choose to give you that fast sugar rush, but I don't need to take so much of it, and I can rely on the fact that I'm running in a heart rate zone which is fat burning, and that my body is able to fat burn at a decent rate to give me enough fuel to keep me going at that pace. That's the idea. So my fuel for a PB race would be fairly regular water, just a sip every mile or so. Hang on, I'll tell you after this. So last one now, or I'll tell you during this if I can manage it. Here we go, last 800 meter interval. E. Jones says, right on, thank you, E. Jones. Karen says, faster, faster. I'm not sure I can go much faster now. Tired now. I'm glad this is the last one. So Jinxie, I would take regular water, not gulping, just sips. And about 10 miles, I might have a sachet of baby food, like porridge or banana baby food, easy to digest. And at 17 miles, I might have a bit of Coca-Cola, which I'll carry with me in a bottle for 3 miles. And hopefully that'll see me through the last 6 miles. Never any guarantees. Everyone's different. You do what works for you. Hard work now. 200 meters to go. John says, right on. Thank you, John. There's the finish. There's the volcano. Beautiful sight. Miguel says, right on, thank you. Heart rate 175. Nearly max. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm glad that's over. That was hard. Again, I said this earlier on, but if you're new watching this and you don't really understand about workouts, don't be frightened. Don't be put off by the pace. When you run on Zwift, the pace will automatically suit your running speed. It will need a few free runs in order to judge your pace. And then it will automatically assign you a pace schedule. You can go into settings in your profile and change the paces. So for example, if you've done a 5k outdoors in 25 minutes, thanks to the rod hunting, then you can set your 5k pace time to 25 minutes. Again, if you've done a half marathon in 2.5 hours, you can set that. Otherwise, Zwift will estimate it for you, but the estimation won't be that far off because it'll be based on what you've done on Zwift. Oh. So, any final questions in the chat room just before we call it a night? I'm sorry we started a bit late. But that is the 4x800 meter speed workout. There is a 4x1600 meter, which we'll do at some point, but it won't be for me. It won't be at 15 kilometers an hour. It'll be slower than that. I hope so, anyway. 14.9. Right, so that is the rest period done, and now 400 meters of just really relaxing, slowing right down, just letting the muscles recover. Don't know if you've heard of a recovery run. So often you might see, if you watch races on the TV, you might see a race take place, fast race, and the runners finish. Or in park run, you might see some of the faster runners on a Saturday morning speed off and finish their run, and then you'll see them jogging again afterwards, and you're thinking, why on earth are they jogging? Well, it's called a recovery run, and it just, like I said earlier on, it allows the lactic acid to drain from your legs. It means your legs will recover, your muscles will recover quicker. So actually running after you've run is beneficial, not detrimental. Not fast though, needs to be gentle, allow your heart to settle as well. Now you see the stars, you see the gold stars on the left hand side there? If I get, see currently I've got 2 out of 3 gold stars. If I get 3 out of 3 gold stars, I have successfully completed the workout session. So And that's to do with whether you stick to the pace that the program tells you to stick at. Sometimes you just don't do it, and it's not the end of the world. You know what you've done. So the important thing is you know how hard you've worked. If you can honestly say to yourself, you've worked hard, you've done the session that you wanted to do, then that's all that counts. Don't worry too much about those stars. But it's always nice to be appreciated, isn't it, by a computer program? Always nice to have acknowledgement from our technological overlords. Right, down to 8, apparently. So, what's coming up on Zwift Run? Monday night on Zwift Run here on this Facebook page will be the Monday Run Club. Come and join us at 7:30 UK time for the Monday Run Club. Here we are, that's my... Oops, stop. That's my session done. So yeah, Monday night for the Monday Run Club. If that time zone doesn't suit you, we have Monday Run Club at 6 AM Eastern Time. We have Monday Run Club at 8 PM Eastern Time. So if you're working in UK time, there is a Monday Run Club at 11 AM, a Monday Run Club at 7:30 PM, and a Monday Run Club at midnight on Monday. Then on Wednesday, we have the Wednesday workout. All the same times, all the same time zones. So 6 AM Eastern, 7:30 GMT, 8 PM Eastern Time. There are pace groups, guys, so if you are worried about having to run too fast, don't worry. There are 4 pace groups, A, B, C and D. All those groups should and will have a leader to help you pace through those groups and complete the workout as it's structured. So don't worry about that, guys. Please come and join us on Monday and Wednesday. Also tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, John Hancock's Run in the Park. This is UK time 9 o'clock. UK time 9 o'clock, just like the real UK park run in the real world. John Hancock runs Run in the Park at 9 o'clock. Do have a look at the events module on the Zwift companion app. The new, it used to be called the Zwift mobile link. Download it now from the App Store or from the Google Play Store. The Zwift companion app. Look in the events module and see which event you'd like to take part in. And it's as simple as clicking on the event, clicking on the plus sign, and you will get onto that event. So, when you finish the run, guys, you can go down to menu here, look. Click menu, and you just click end run. And then you can save, as long as you set this up in Zwift beforehand, you can save to Strava, you can save to Garmin Connect, today's plan, training peaks, and that's it. Bear with me 1 second. Play with my screens here. There we are. Oh, that was hard, wasn't it? Hard work. Good session though. You know, you feel like you've done hard work, you feel like you've achieved something. So there we are. That's it, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. Take care. We'll see you again on, I'll be streaming on Monday night, on Wednesday night, and again here on the Zwift Run channel on Friday for another workout. Take care, guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you again. Bye-bye.